Hi, team. I'm Fitz Koehler, your race announcer and Grand Poohbah of the Buffalo Marathon weekend. And we are so flipping excited. We've got about, 3 weeks till our event. And if you haven't been a part of it yet, you are in for a treat. I announce races all over the country, and this one, it's just hard to describe. First of all, it's the most patriotic race in the entire country. And it's just filled with such energy and joy and athleticism. And literally, we take people from birth to 100 and get them moving. And it's just really, it's a bunch of fun. And I'm so glad you're going to be a part. If you've already been a part of our marathon weekend, then you know all this. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to cover. So what I want you to do is use your comment section wherever you are, whenever you have a question, whenever you have a comment. But I want you to start off right now by telling us exactly which events you're participating in and what you're most excited about. And I'm going to bring in the grander Poohbah. We're going to have to figure out a better name for him. Our race director, Greg Weber.
You can call me anything. Just don't call me Fred Flintstone.
Oh, no. You know what? That might have been it if I'm the Poohbah. No, but
I could be Barney Rubble.
You could be my Barney Rubble.
Barney Rubble. The Great Kazoo. How about the Great Kazoo?
We're dating ourselves. That's right. And we can make Rich Clark Bam Bam. I think that would be appropriate.
Rich would be a great Bam Bam. But I mean, the Great Kazoo, you saw the hat they gave me last year. So they might give me a new one this year.
I love it. Well, as long as I still get to be the Grand Poohbah, everyone can choose their own. So, hey, listen, we got comments coming in, Greg. We got all the highs. It's Tim Patton. Tim, are you running? And if not, you should be. You got to run as a charity runner. Patrick Bouchane, glad to see you. It's been a rocky week. He's super excited. He'll be there for the 5K and the half. We've got Courtney May, half marathon. Tim Gwynn, BQ attempt at Buffalo. What do you think, Greg? Is he going to do it?
I think the course is flat. It's fast, long, not a lot of turns. We get a lot of BQs. I just printed the signs for the bell, so it'll be there for him to ring when he gets to the finish line.
Awesome. We've got Tori doing her first half. Super excited about that. That's an instant PR. Nikki is doing the half. Excited for the whole live experience. You have no idea, Nikki. It's just extraordinary. It's so much fun. You have every reason to be super excited. 5K in the full. We love our challenges. What is our challenge called?
I forget. We actually don't have a challenge other than get your butt out and support the race. We used to have one, but we got rid of it. A lot of people weren't interested in it. When we add the 10K and the 1 miler, then we'll put in a full challenge. So
okay. So I'm going to pull out something snappy like I did with the Ruffalo Stampede. We're going to come up with a name, and then people are going to want to have to do it.
Well, there you go.
You're
part of the family, right?
That's right. I'm going to work on it. Beth Kent. Hello, Beth, coming from Fort Lauderdale for year number 2. She fell in love with Buffalo last year, and she'll be back. 5K and a half. Tim's running the marathon. Oh, listen to this. Tim ran the marathon, Coast Guard marathon, and he tells me I think he wanted to break, is it 3 hours or 4 hours? Anyways, I think it was 4 hours, and he came in at 3:40. He crushed 4 hours by 20 minutes. Incredible.
So then he's got to get another PR in 3 weeks.
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure, Tim. Bring it. And he's a police officer in Cleveland, so we love him extra.
I was at the security meeting today with all the police and the FBI and the sheriffs and all the other cool guys that hang around to keep everybody safe, and ladies. Yeah, they were all working hard to make sure everybody's safe in 3 weeks.
Did you tell them I love them?
No, I didn't, but I'll make sure I pass that along.
Oh, please. And I expect them all to dance on marathon morning. So that's the other thing. Hi, Jackie. Oh, we've got Babs. Babs kind of got suckered into our race. She showed up and randomly answered a giveaway question on one of our previous broadcasts. And so now she's running as a charity runner, and she's already
raised the money, and it's a great cause.
In a heartbeat, which is one of the things Babs is Exhibit A of, is that raising the funds is not really hard. In fact, you can certainly surpass that $500 minimum.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is incredible. And I mean, there are so many things to talk about. I mean, we decided to do this because we wanted to give people a chance to ask some questions with 3 weeks left. I mean, we're going to do another show with 2 or 3 days left. when people are really starting to freak out. But we wanted to get ahead of the game a little, and we've got some things along the way. You know, we wanted to announce the runner's guide is out. So yeah, there's a lot to come here in the next, oh my God, 50 minutes. Time is ticking. We may have to go to midnight, Fitz.
That's okay. You know what? I have learned that apparently I don't need sleep to function. As long as we're talking about running, I can go for hundreds of hours.
Got Rudy on. Where the heck is Rudy?
That's a great question. That's a wonderful question. We should have had Rudy on. Hey, Brian Solberg is the king of puns, and usually it makes me roll my eyes. But hoof it challenge, that could be a contender, Brian. So keep working on that. First half for Brittany. We have so many excited athletes here, Greg. Brent, first half. You are a buff. In the buff challenge. It could be the in the buff. We need to have an undie run. That could be it. Maybe
we've talked about that. You know, if Rudy's listening, I just sent him the link to the broadcast. So
that would be nice if he joined in. Thank you for inviting him. All right, we have so many. We got to get through this
marathon. Great, thank you.
IT band syndrome. Okay, so next on the 16th, we will be talking to our friends from Excelsior, one of our great sponsors, and we'll have an athletic trainer and a physical therapist and a few other people with great credentials to talk about that. Advice immediately is go see a physical therapist. Let them assess where you're tight and where you're weak. IT band syndrome is pretty quick to fix if we can get your hips in alignment.
Well, we have a great arrangement with Excelsior, our physical therapist and group here that does our stretch zone. Anybody who's registered for the race that gets into trouble leading up to the race in these last few weeks, if they call and tell them they're registered, show them they're registered, they will get a priority appointment if she's in Buffalo. Because she'll call someplace and they won't give her an appointment until June.
Right. And they're good at Excelsior. They're high end.
They're fabulous.
Okay, so let's talk for just a few minutes. And Lucas Mckennie, I see you in Canada, and we got Nick Bear here. We're going to talk to them in a few minutes.
Can we take a pause for a second? Do you know what today is?
May the 4th be with you. Is that it?
May the 4th be with you. But do you know how many days it's been since we canceled the race in 2020? Now, granted, we had the race in 2021 in June, but it wasn't really the race. We got the race off. We got approval from the governor. We were the first race back in New York City. Even the race director from New York Marathon was thrilled we got approval. But right now, we are 526 days away from the day I pulled the plug. So, and we are just 3 weeks from returning to normal. So this is really exciting.
It's very exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know we all are. Hey, Greg, you've got a little bit smear. I'm not sure what's going on, but you just got blurry. So without removing yourself, look at that. Chris,
is that better?
It's a little
not
better.
Really.
That's a
I
little
don't know.
better.
I could reboot, but that would take time.
No, don't reboot. You just stay right where you are. So yeah, we've got some big stuff planned. We're back at full capacity for our full and our half in the 5K. Are we sold out on the 5K?
5K, we are at about 725 people, and as everybody knows, we closed on 4/3 to make sure we could have everybody's swag and we could do the orders. We did leave the 5K open. The entries are $75. I know that seems pricey, especially in Western New York for a 5K, but 100% of the $75 goes to the John R. O'Shea Children's Foundation and Hospital. So it's a good cause. We've got about 33 people that have taken us up on that, and I'm hoping to get another 70 to give them a check for $7,500 the first week of June.
And so I'm guessing that's fully tax deductible for our athletes.
I'm not going to comment on taxable or not taxable.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm making that comment. Folks, it's probably tax deductible. So it's a $75.
I have no idea, but
I'll look into it with athletic adventure and a lot of fun and friendship and swag. So yeah, I think that's.
Speaking of swag, bitch, see what I'm drinking my water out of? This is okay. You have a Gators cup. You are the person who introduced me to Tervis. This is the giveaway for the full marathon this weekend. This cup rocks. The ice stays in it all day long. I love it.
Yeah, and all of our athletes, all 5K, half marathoners, and marathoners will get one of those awesome cups in their own particular brand of distance.
Yes.
That's very cool.
And
It's a
they
great,
arrived yesterday. They are in town on the shelf waiting for the athletes. So there's no problem there. And the medals are coming from Ashworth in Massachusetts. They will be here as well.
So, Kathleen Titus makes a good point. If folks go to the buffalomarathon.org website and look at athlete guide, so there's a couple of tabs. I'm not sure which tab, but eventually you get to athlete guide. On one of the first 10 pages, you'll see some swag that's going to be available. I love that you're finally going with the buffalo head. It's super fun. The big buffalo with the American flag sunglasses, very trendy, very very cool.
We have taken your advice. We've rolled more. It's something we should have done a while ago. We've rolled more buffalo into it. Kathleen is going to be here running the half for, people on it. Kathleen is the race director of the Philadelphia Marathon. So she's coming up to visit and a really good friend. So she's running the half and the 5K. So that'll be fun.
I love it. I love it. But I think, for anyone who's panicking, oh no, we're not going to get shirts. You're going to get an awesome cup tumbler that you can take with you everywhere. And then there will be shirts and merch available for purchase. So that's the way it's done this year. And, for anyone who's wondering why, it's just because it's hard to guarantee that the apparel will be here with all of the shipping issues.
Well, it is. And my daughter saw this and said, can I have that? I have a bunch of those in my thing. Like I said, I didn't know about Tervis. Tervis is based in your home state of Florida.
Yes,
they're 75-year-old company. This is made in the United States, 100%. This is the 5K that we're giving away. And the stainless steel ones, the mugs are made offshore, but they decorate them in Florida. And literally, I placed my order at the beginning of April, and they arrived yesterday. So, fantastic. I mean, it's been a fabulous company to work with. And it was, for me, all about making sure people had in their hands what we promised them.
Yeah. And I've announced
they can carry around with. I mean, don't know how many shirts I have in drawers that I wear maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. This is something you can use all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And from experience, I've probably announced half a dozen events this year, which did not have medals arrive. I mean, it's really hard to have people cross the finish line and say, sorry, we will ship you your medal, or didn't have shirts, et cetera, et cetera. So the fact that
most stressful thing for me leading up to the race since October, I've been worried about it.
Well, no more worries, Greg.
And I know I have Kim Ashworth on the medal, so I know they're going to show up. So I'm not worried about those.
Yeah, I'm really grateful about Ashworth doing this Made in America thing.
Yep, all the medals, that's right. All the medals are made in America 100%. So that's cool.
Can't go wrong with that.
We have to take a moment, Fitz, and really thank Kaleida, our main sponsor. I mean, they come up big. We can talk later about the fundraising events for them. Tops, our friendly neighborhood market. I can't say enough. This is the second year they've been involved with the race, and they just continue to step up. They put relay teams in. They have their CEO, their new CEO is running the race. It's a phenomenal organization. Catalyst, UBMD Surgery is sponsoring our volunteers. They came in. They have 3 teams in the relay right now. WGRZ TV is helping us push for volunteers. I mean, everybody is really stepping up to bring this race back to, not bring the race back, but bring us all back to normal. We're gonna help kick that off. Yeah, and there's Peggy, our volunteer director, who wants volunteers. She can't get enough.
We love Peggy, and she's so good at everything she does too. I appreciate it.
Anybody who wants to volunteer can email Peggy at volunteer@buffalomarathon.org, as I do the shameless plug, right?
Yeah, right.
And just to touch on it, the marathon has given back over $1 million to the community. We have a grant program for any group that brings us 10 volunteers. We'll pay $50 a head for the day they work if they're a real charity. So just email Peggy. She'll help get you signed up. And, it's a great event, and it's all about community for us.
Yeah, and this is a perfect opportunity for the family and friends of the athletes. So if you're bringing folks who are not participating, give them an opportunity to participate in their own way. It's a really rewarding and fun experience. They'll make tons of friends, and they'll probably get a shirt. It's a good time to volunteer.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can't say enough. We can't do this without the volunteers. I mean, they're out there, and any athletes who are listening, if you don't do it, thank every volunteer, thank every first responder, because they're out there keeping you safe and making sure that the race can happen.
That's right. That's right. All right, listen, Greg, I'm going to pause race talk for runner talk.
Boo.
We have a friend from Canada, all
The
the
Great
way,
White North.
the Great White North,
The bridge
eh?
is open.
Thank goodness. Yeah, I know people were like escaping Canada last time. They finally could get in, but super excited to have this guy. He's going to hopefully break a Guinness World Record when he joins us in Buffalo. This is Lucas Mckennie.
Hey, Lucas, how you doing?
Hi, how are you? Good, thanks.
So tell us about your big adventure in Buffalo. What's going on?
Yeah, so my son is almost 3. He'll be 3 in July, and he's been my training partner the past 2 years since the pandemic started. And I've been a competitive runner my whole life, and we found that fitness was good and he enjoys it, that we would try to do a Guinness World Record for the marathon distance at the Buffalo. And Buffalo just seemed to be the right timing. I was looking at doing a fall marathon last year, somewhere, local or in the States, but just with everything that was still kind of going on, it was difficult to travel. Across the border was still difficult last year, so this will be the time now to do it, and training's been good. So
Lucas, you're a serious.
Fitz, I want to do a disclaimer here. I don't know Lucas. I've never met Lucas. I've never seen Lucas until right now.
Okay.
Lucas emailed me and asked if we could do this and provide some support. As you well know, Fitz, in these large races, having people run with strollers is not generally allowed. Right. If you look at our webpage, we do not allow strollers in the half and the full. I'll go on record. Everybody who knows me knows I pretty much have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to our rules. We've made an exception for Lucas because we thought a world record would be pretty cool. That and Lucas, what is the world record?
So the world record is 2 hours and 31 minutes and 21 seconds for pushing a stroller for a marathon.
And hold on, and what pace per mile is that?
I'm gonna have to try and run 540 mile pace.
But Lucas, you already have in the books a 2:18:15 marathon in Houston in 2014, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. That's without a stroller.
So tell us, how much harder does it make the race while pushing your son?
Well, there's going to be more challenges. I think now that he's older, he has more interest. He likes to exercise himself. He likes to play. So entertaining is going to be one thing. But the actual physical part of it, I'd say it maybe adds 10 to 15 seconds per mile. The more hills there are and the more turns there are in the course, the more difficult it becomes. If it's, pretty straight and flat and there's not very much wind, then it makes it a lot easier. So doing on conditions and then also the course that can make it easier to do. So, but if it's a flat and you're going straight, it doesn't matter. Those strollers are made pretty well. They roll really smoothly, and it's not a lot of extra work.
All right, Lucas, I'm sure you've looked at the course. They are long straightaways, and there are not many turns when you really think about some of the courses that you do. I mean, and it's flat, small elevation changes, 20 feet, 30 feet here and there, anything to engage your muscles. You're going to be flying. So.
All right. So here's the next.
I've done Buffalo twice before. So this will be my third time doing it. And that's one of the reasons I chose this race, is that I knew it was going to be a quick course to do. So
What did you run it the last time you did it?
I ran it 2012. I ran 6 minutes, and that was a pretty nice day. The last time I did it was in 2016, and I remember it was like 90s that day or 95, and there was, worried that because of the heat, we might not be able to do the marathon, and yeah, it was really hot. So I ended up still running. I think I ran 2:31 that day in the heat. So
nice. Oh, and just for the record, we had no doubt we were going to run the race that day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ottawa closed, not us.
Hey, listen, we're breaking.
Exactly. And the city of Buffalo was amazing. There's sprinklers and everything. It was a great day.
Hey, Lucas, we are super excited for you. And I can't wait to see. Really, what I want to know is how you keep your son still or occupied for 2 hours and 18 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever it is. But the connection seems to be horrible right now. So we're going to let you go, Lucas, but we're excited to see you in Buffalo. Please introduce yourself before you take off. And what is your son's name? Oh, Lord. All right. When we log off, Lucas, if you could just use the comment section.
Stutton. Sutton.
Stutton. All right. So we're rooting for Lucas and Stutton. With that, we're going to say goodbye, Lucas. The connection's bad, but we're excited to see you in a few weeks. And good luck with your training. We'll see you soon.
In a little bit, Lucas. We are going to start him at the front. We're going to start him near the front because he's going to be running. He's going to be one of the top finishers.
Yeah. I mean, with or without a stroller, that dude deserves to be near the front.
Course record's 2:15. If he runs a 2:30 or 2:29 with a stroller, and we've heard rumors that the guy who owns the course record may come back this year.
Who's that?
Kip. You met Kip once. Early on, Kip was there, and then Kip stopped coming after a while. So, but we've heard rumors he may be back this year.
Okay. Well, come on, Kip. If you're watching, we would love to see you in Buffalo. We have another guest, so let's bring him on, and then we're going straight to race chat. So this is a U.S. Army veteran, and he's author of the book 25-Hour Days. And I've heard great things. Mr. Nick Bear. Hi, Nick.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Nick. It's nice to finally meet you. I've heard our finish line director apparently worships you. So if he hugs you and kisses you when you get here, I am not responsible.
We hosted our own marathon. It was a small marathon here in Central Texas a few months ago, and I didn't run it, but I was at the end and I hugged everyone that crossed the finish line. So I'm gonna come look for you, Greg. And I'm gonna come hug you after this race.
Hey, bring it on, dude! I want to see you break 250.
That's the goal. That's what I'm shooting for.
I just want to go on record. You're gonna get beat by a guy with a stroller.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't surprising. I mean, I wasn't expecting that time he just threw out there. So it made me feel really bad about my 250 time.
Hey, don't anybody who gets up and finishes 26 miles. I've seen some of your videos. I mean, anybody who gets up and finishes 26 miles, finishes 13 miles, finishes 3 miles, they all get credit for getting up and getting moving. The time doesn't matter.
Yeah, I prefer our athletes closer to the back of the pack too. I respect our speedsters, but it gets really good towards the end of the event. So Nick, you served in the Army. How long?
I served 4 years. So I went active duty after graduating from college in 2013. And then I transitioned out in 2017. And the Army is what put me here in Texas.
Yeah. Tell me about your experience, or tell us about your experience with the Army. How did it change you?
My Army experience was great. I went in as an officer. I graduated college up in Western Pennsylvania, like I said, 2013 with a nutrition degree. And then I went active duty as an infantry officer. So I had the opportunity to lead an infantry platoon here down in Texas, and then take that platoon to South Korea for 9 months, and then transition out 2017 and built my business with my brother. But my Army experience was amazing. It taught me a lot. I learned a lot about myself and a lot about other people, especially when you're tired and hungry. But it was definitely a pivotal point in my life for sure.
And what is that? How does that affect you when you're hitting the wall? You know, you're on a tough training run or your race day and you're starting to get tired. The wheels are possibly about to come off. What goes on inside your head?
I mean, in the past, when I transitioned out of the Army, to be honest, I told myself that I would never run a day in my life again. I went on record and said, I am done running. The Army made me run enough. And within about 6 months, I was signed up for the Austin Marathon, which was my first marathon in 2018. And then from there, it kind of evolved to Ironman triathlons and ultra trail races, and then coming back to the marathon space. The pain cave or those darker spots for me, I think at this point they're now expected. I think one of the best things you can do is to prepare for those moments, and that comes along with the training and doing a proper training block and build and knowing what to physically and mentally expect. But I'm a massive advocate of kind of training the way you expect to race or run in terms of your nutrition strategy. What does it feel like to run with heavy legs? What does it feel like to run tired? Knowing what the weather might feel or be like. So preparation is always the best prevention for what you can expect to feel or experience during a race.
Yeah, I watched he did a podcast the other day. I think it was, you call it a podcast, on his 20-mile training run. And he talked about just that, you got to do it before you get to the race, right? If you're going to expect to do it at the race. It was really well done. I really liked it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, preparation is key. So your goal is to go under 250. What's your fastest marathon so far?
So last January, I ran a 256.27.
Okay.
I'm looking for like a 7-minute PR on this race. That was here in Central Texas. So we chose Buffalo. One, my coach recommended it because of the course profile being faster and flatter. And down here in Texas right now, it's heating up for sure. We're hoping that Buffalo isn't as hot as Texas right now.
It will not be as hot as Texas. I promise you that.
And then you're going to help us with fundraising for Kaleida.
Yep. Yeah, we have some social media platforms that we utilize to build our business and kind of document some of our training and nutrition strategies. So we're going to do some posts on those platforms to hopefully drive some traffic and some money towards those causes.
Yeah, and Nick, I don't know if you saw it. I mean, you have been so gracious to offer to do this. I know you have a big following. It's our local hospital. They're our huge supporter. They're a premium sponsor. Fitz has got it on the screen. I actually created a page under Run Sign Up with your name and stuff that people can donate in that are following you, so we can track your progress and what you drove to the effort of what we're trying to do. So from my perspective for the hospital, I don't believe in fundraising just for, we're going to raise this big amount of money and we're going to give it to a group. With the hospital, what we're actually doing is trying to replace 21 monitors in the ICU. So there's a close the loop for the people donating their money. And right now, I think we're at 5 or 6 monitors that we've raised enough money for. So the goal is to get to 350. We'll see how close we get. We'll see what happens. I'd like to replace them all, but taking it one day at a time, and your help is greatly appreciated.
No, absolutely. No, I love that. I love what you guys are doing. Any way we can help, we're all about it.
Well, we really appreciate your effort, Nick. So thank you for helping us fundraise, and we will
congratulate. When's your baby? Hold on, Fitz. When's your baby due?
Early July. First daughter, first child of me and my wife's. So our daughter is due early July.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Does she have a name yet?
She does. I can't publicly share it yet.
Okay.
Will she be in Buffalo? Will they both be in Buffalo?
No, my wife didn't get cleared by the doctor to come to Buffalo. It's pretty close. So she'll be back here in Texas.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you let her know. We'll take good care of you while you're in Buffalo. Start and finish
Oh,
line. Warm welcomes guaranteed.
Have you ever been to Buffalo?
To be honest, I've never been to Buffalo. I'm from Pennsylvania. I've been in New York, but I've never been to Buffalo.
You're gonna love it.
I can't wait.
Love it.
Yeah, it's a great time. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Nick. Good luck with the rest of your training, and we'll see you Memorial Day weekend.
Yep, we'll
Thanks.
see you at the start line.
I appreciate it.
Bye,
Peace
Nick.
out.
What a great guy.
Both of them. They both have different stories, right? And as it says, you know, time doesn't matter. You know, it's not about necessarily winning the race. It's about accomplishing your goals. And, you know, for Nick to throw down a 7-minute PR on a marathon, that's pretty substantial.
Yeah. You know what, as a fitness expert, I certainly appreciate people striving for excellence physically. I also want people to PR and fun. That's really where I'm coming from this weekend, is I want everyone to PR and fun, whether you run really fast.
And I agree with you. I mean, I love the people who finish first, but watching people who, you know, accomplish a 5K or their first half, whether it's 2.5 or 3 hours, who cares? To watch them cross the finish line in tears and watch you hug them, I mean, it makes all this work worth it.
I agree. You know, what's interesting is to see the post-race response from people on social media. You know, some people come in, they say, I had a wonderful weekend. I met so many wonderful people. The course was entertaining and the volunteers were great and so forth. And then some just laser focus in, well, I went in with a respiratory bug, so don't hold my slow time against me. I just feel like, focus. You're there for this wonderful experience. Chill out. Stop talking about your blisters and your chafing and your old respiratory bug. The fact that you had COVID 2 years ago. Who cares? Show up and have a great time.
You can offer, I mean, we have a lot of first timers.
Yeah.
When I look at the numbers, I mean, the number of first timers is amazing. We have 45, 46 states, a bunch of countries. You better than I can talk to the experience in Buffalo that they experienced from the time we met 6 years ago to your experience at the LA Marathon, way bigger than us, OC, Big Sur. I mean, I've told people I would put our race up against anybody in the country. But that's me, right? I'm in charge. I'm biased. I'll admit it. I'm biased, right? My race is great. Our race is great. I have a committee that, you know, I just point and ask for my committee to do things, and they just make things happen. It's incredible. It really is.
So I can tell you that when people ask me which races I announce, you're one of the top 5. And I sometimes I reference you first, sometimes I reference you third, but you're always there. That's because the quality is there. You hit all the bells and whistles, and then you go a little above and beyond. And that's really where I like it. It's a very rich experience. I feel like everyone's involved. We have all the age groups covered, the Diaper Dash and the kids and the dogs and the 5K to the full. And there's something for everybody, and all the red, white, and blue. You know, it makes this patriotic girl a pile of mush. But yeah, it's just such a warm, welcoming experience. And yeah, I think you've said it before. It's a big race feel in a small town, or some sort of
big race feel, small town appeal.
Big race feel, small town appeal. Yeah, it's just perfect. And then the fireworks. I mean, come on, it's extra, and your swag is always great. And I could go on forever, but we have stuff to talk about, Greg.
Yeah, we don't need to gush. I mean, the most important thing, I mean, I'm glad we got both Nick and Lucas on. I think they're two cool aspects of the race here this year. We got a couple of other things going on. One notable thing is, and it goes to Al, our finish line director. He works his tail off. He really does. He was on a train to New York, and he met John Vacanti. You know who John Vacanti is?
I don't think so.
John Vacanti was on The Voice from Buffalo, Lockport.
Okay.
He'll be singing the national anthem at the 5K.
Awesome.
So, I mean, my committee, like Al, they just constantly go out and try to pull things in. I mean, I've given them the latitude to do whatever they can to make it great. And they just make me look so good. And I can't thank them all enough. It's incredible.
Wow, you all bust your booties to make it great. So Yeah. And then I get to show up on race weekend and people think I'm in charge of it all. So I would say I'm in
We
charge.
built it all for you.
I do. I'm in charge of nothing other than happy noise. But yeah, you all do an incredible job.
Well,
Okay, nuts and bolts time, Greg. Look at me. We're gonna laser focus here. Laser focus.
Laser focused.
Expo starts Friday. It's gonna be in the
Well,
convention.
okay, I'm gonna back you up again, because one of the things we talked about with this, and I tried my best to have it out by May 1st. I really did. My daughter has been working on the guide since the beginning of March, and I've been getting questions since the beginning of March, and I know people want to know, but we published the guide today. It's on the website. There's a link on the homepage to the guide. It's 69 pages of information. So every question that I've been asked over the last 6 weeks is answered in that guide, and we can step through things as we go. But it's very important that people, I mean, we build it for the athletes, we build it for the spectators. It's a wealth of information. It really is. I mean, I can't tell you how proud I am of Kelly. She is just, I send her stuff and she sends it back to me. But one of the big things that as we go through, I don't know how you want to, okay, I'll let you drive the conversation, because there's some topics I want to hit on in it.
Okay. Well, let's start at the start, which is Friday. So the expo's in the convention center. And what time does it start and end? And as we're saying this, a reminder to everyone, all the information is on the website. It's also in the guide. So don't wait till race weekend and then start emailing Greg while he's doing all this other stuff.
Right.
The
So
information.
anybody can ask questions tonight. I have as much time as you can spare, Fitz.
Okay.
But this is the first of 2 shows. We're going to do another one the week before. It's in the guide for the time with both Rich and I for last minute questions. But if people have questions now, they're free to ask them.
Right.
It's in the guide. Friday, we will start setting up. The only thing going on Friday right now is the Buffalo Marathon Pedal Party, sponsored by Slow Roll, which will finish at the finish line at 8:30. So that's a Friday event.
But that's you bring your own bicycle and you go for how far of a bike ride?
13.1 miles.
13.1 miles, and you go pretty slow. And then when you're done, you drink some beer.
You drink some beer. The information was in the guide. It's on our website, and it's on slowroll.org as well.
Okay. Do we also have Expo Friday evening?
No Expo Friday evening.
Really? No packet pickup for the 5K?
Oh, come on. You've been here 6 years. You're confusing me with somebody else. We've never done an Expo on Friday.
Really?
No,
You're
we
right.
We do that party on Friday that only certain people are invited to.
You're right. That's interesting. Okay.
You know what Friday evening is for everybody listening? You know what Friday evening is this year on the race? It's Fitz's birthday.
That's right. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you on that Friday. So everybody wish Fitz a happy birthday during the weekend.
That's right. That's right. It's
You're
good.
29 again.
I'm always grateful for each additional birthday I get. So, okay. Happy birthday to me Friday, no Expo. Saturday morning. How do people get their bibs before they line up for the 5K? Tell us.
We've had this question a lot because some people were pulling down the 21 guide. We left the 21 guide up because a lot of the information is the same. We've got this down to a science. And the thing that's not the same is we are not mailing bibs to people this year. That was a COVID thing. We've gone back to packet pickup. Packet pickup will be, the first packet pickup will be for the 5K from like 7 o'clock to 8:15. The race starts at 8:30.
Okay.
Half marathon, full marathon bibs are not available until 9 a.m. So the first race we have is the 5K. The important thing, and you'll see this when you get here, Fitz, anybody who has not been downtown, Buffalo is undergoing a resurgence. Resurgence means construction. Everything is under construction right now, including the convention center where we host a lot of our events. So it's very important for anybody listening. We have a map right up in the front of the guide. The main entrance to the convention center is closed. So when you look at the convention center, from the front of the convention center, if you are looking at it, the left side of the convention center is the north side. The right side is the south side. Anybody who remembers geography from high school? So for packet pickup for the 5K, the kids race, the Diaper Dash, entrance will be on the south side of the convention center. And they will be on the first floor of the convention center where packet pickup will be. And then as the day proceeds, we'll move the entrance to the north side of the building, and we will move to the expo upstairs where packet pickup will be for the half, the full, and the relay.
Will there be signage?
There will be signage, of course. We can't expect people, because I know people aren't going to read the guide.
Right.
It's all in print, but they'll ask us. Al has told me he will have people with signs and directing people.
Volunteer.
You can always follow the crowd, right? Somebody's going to be going to the right crowd. So,
Right.
And the street has gotten narrower. So we got lots of things in flux.
Okay. So Saturday morning, if you're running the 5K, get your rear end there by 7 a.m. so you can grab your bib without stress. You can get your bib and then you come over to the start line. Rudy and I will be there making sure everyone's having fun and is highly engaged. We actually have a really good time pre-race. And that 5K is no different than the big races.
The 5K will be twice as big as it was in June as we came out of COVID.
Good. The more the merrier, Greg. Give me all the people. I'll take it.
Yep, there's Al. He says we have big arrow signs. So Al's got a handle on it. It's Al's finish line, and he does a great job. He just ran Boston. He had fun.
He's a fantastic athlete and a really nice guy. We like Al and his arrows. Okay, so the 5K, you get your bib, 7 a.m. Get there early. Don't park your car at 7:45 and think that you're going to make it over to get your bib and put it on and get to the start line and get out on time. It's just not going to work that way. So show up early.
That's true.
Does the guy know where?
Be prepared for things to change down there. I mean, not everything is under construction. I'll give you an example. Rich was on the phone the other day with the construction people. He attends the meeting every day, and he was on the meeting, and they started talking our start line for the main races on Delaware, and they talked about milling the whole road, starting before our race, like the week before, and we were like, whoa. So we were able to get ahead of that, and now they're not going to mill that section of the road. So this is a year-round labor of love for us.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fantastic.
Everything's going to be fine. We got a start line, we got a finish line, and we got you. How can it get any better?
That's right. So packet pickup for the 5K early. 5K starts at 8:30. We all go, everyone leaves, and then they come back and we're super happy for them. What comes after?
And there's a post-race, and there will be a post-race party for the 5K people upstairs in the convention center. And for people who have done the race before, just so I know whether they read the guide or not, the convention center is being flipped, where the post-race party will be where the expo used to be, and the expo will be where the post-race party is. And it all has to do with traffic flow inside the convention center while construction is going on.
And Greg, is there gear check?
There is no gear check because of construction.
Okay, so
we didn't have gear check last year. It was fine, so we chose not to have gear check this year.
So my question is, when they get their bib, are they also getting their tumbler, or will they get it after they cross so they don't have to run with their tumbler?
When they get their bib, they will get their tumbler so they can go home and start drinking water out of it.
Where will they put it while they run?
They're going to get their bib on. Is this for the 5K?
Yeah, for the 5K.
I would say back in their car.
We're going to have to talk about that. I think that might be hard for some people to yo-yo.
I would think don't mess up the waterworks here. It's worked for years, just like they got a shirt.
But the shirt you can put on, it's not like a tumbler where you have to, I don't know. We're going to have to talk about that. That might be a finish line hander-outer. Let's discuss.
It might be a finish line hander-outer. That might not be a bad idea. We'll consult with Al on that. He can chime out if he wants to hand out tumblers at the finish line.
Yeah.
So we can make a race. We can make an organizational decision change right now. But Al's got to chime in.
I think this is going to be the best thing for the runners. Also, Kim Ann wants to know, does the athlete guide show where to park? Are there parking?
There are parking locations in the guide. Al's got to think about that. We'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. Next time we have a show, we'll have a solid answer. All right. So the 5K finishes up. People get their medal, probably get their tumbler, then go off and with their snacks. And then what comes immediately after the 5K?
Well, the 5K starts at 8:30, depending upon how fast you're running. There's a post-race party. At that point, the expo will be open at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And then packet pickup for the kids race and the diaper dash.
Okay, and the kids race starts at 9:45. Is that correct?
Kids race starts at 10. 3 and under goes at 10. 4 and 5 goes at 10:15, and 6 to 8 goes at 10:30.
Okay, it says 11 right here, but
11 could be.
okay. Anyways, it's all written down, and then the
I
diaper
don't
dash.
have the timeline right in front of me right now.
Okay, diaper dash is at 11:30. Is it sold out, the kids and baby races?
Kids race is almost sold out. The kids race is sponsored by Dick's and Children's Hospital, and there are still about 20 slots left for the kids race. The nice thing is kids race is free. Kids get a goodie bag from Dick's and Tops. Tops is helping to fill that goodie bag, and they get a medal. So they'll have a fun time. Diaper Dash, another free event. There's about 45 slots left for the kids 2 and under. And anybody who's seen it, it's a blast. If you have a 2-year-old or I guess 6 months, they got to be kind of crawling. You can drag them across the finish line if they're
We've
free.
seen rolling and
Right.
drooling.
And for people who don't know, the Diaper Dash is probably my favorite event of the weekend because we have this little cool carpeting that's got lanes on it. It's 26.2 feet instead of 26.2 miles. So it finishes under the arch, right? We set it up right under the arch, and it gives the kids a chance to experience their first race. They will get a medal, and they will get a terry cloth bib that says Diaper Dash on it as opposed to a paper bib. So it's really cool. And one of the nice things we're going to do this year with the help of Dick's, and the help of Tops, we have added another 150 to 180 packets or tote bags that we give to the kids. We are going to stuff those with medals and all the stuff the kids on race day get, and we're going to take them to Children's Hospital and give them to all the kids in the hospital.
So sweet. So sweet. We love
Maybe
that.
we'll bring you along and you can experience that because I'll be a mush.
Yes. The answer to that is absolutely yes. And Tim Patton has nailed it. I have to work very hard not to eat the babies because they're so cute, but on occasion someone actually will give me a child and let me gnaw on its face, and that's pretty special. So
Well, Nate's going to be there, so Nate will be there for you.
I can. Oh, and you're getting hi, Dad. Hey, Emma.
Another daughter I have working for the race. I've recruited them all.
So many daughters, and these grandchildren are going to be your worker bees too one day. It's so exciting. Okay, so the Ruffalo Stampede. What time does that start? Ruffalo.
12:30. Packet pickup starts at 11:30 behind the convention center. That one does not have packet pickup inside because they tend to frown on us bringing dogs in with all the other people. Although some people slip their dogs in.
Yes.
I'm not saying one way or another, but they slip their dogs in. So, but packet pickup is behind the convention center near Court and Pearl, and then they will follow the course. The course maps are all online. So,
okay. And just to point out, if you're worried about your kid doing the kids run is basically a block or half a block. It's a really short distance. Obviously, the baby race is 26.2 feet. And then the dog race is also just like a
1K.
leisurely roam
It's
around.
1K. It's a handful of blocks, and it's a lot of fun for everybody that does it. You know, with the sponsors we have coming out, we're still working on more sponsors. And the parents who have come out with the kids have asked if they can run with their kids. We start the kids in waves. They don't all start at once. So there's a lot of control. There's a lot of photo ops. It's a lot of fun when you look at the pictures online, and it's memorable for the kids. It's memorable. We call Saturday our family fun day, right? It's the families that have supported whoever is running on Sunday. Mom, dad, aunt, uncle. I mean, they've had support for the last 18 weeks, half year getting ready for this. And yet on Saturday, everybody can come together and have some fun.
Yeah, it's just a blast. It really is such a blast. And if you don't have children and you don't have a dog, still show up because it's a fun spectator sport. Do we have room in the dog race, the Ruffalo Stampede?
There is still room in the dog race. Much to my chagrin, another organization has created a dog event out in the suburbs, not where the cool people are hanging out. The cool people are hanging out downtown. So we still have about room for about 90 dogs if we want it.
everybody, please bring your dogs for no other reason than I would like to smooch on your dogs. So
And
it's so
and
much
for the people who do the dog race that don't know, the dog gets a bandana, the dog gets a medal,
for their
and the
collar.
owner gets poop bags.
That's right. Owner gets poop bags. And you set up these big pools so the dogs can drink and they can splash and play. And everybody, will everybody go home with a box of Milk-Bone this year?
I believe so. I haven't gotten final confirmation on that, but Milk-Bone, which are made in Buffalo, has always been a huge sponsor. They've had some of their own employee turnover. We're trying to get with the right person at Milk-Bone right now.
Okay. Okay. So we got a couple questions.
Got one more for you that you don't know about.
Okay. What?
Just yesterday, I had somebody, a couple years ago, we offered free yoga on Friday and Saturdays.
Love it.
They've come back to me, and we are going to do yoga at 2:30 on Saturday at the finish line. And the intent is for the yoga to be family and children, not just one person. So Yogis in Service, they do a water stop for us. They're coming back to do that. And hopefully we'll get a lot of people out at the finish line doing yoga for an hour.
That's a fantastic ad. And while you invited families and children, if you're just a guy, you can still come do it. We want everyone.
Come do it. Hey, I was at yoga at 6 a.m. this morning.
I love it. I love it. You're so bendy now, Greg. I want to see.
No, I've only gone to yoga 3 times in the last 4 days. I'll be bendy by the marathon, or I'll be broken.
All right. Well, perhaps I will call you out and have you demonstrate that while we're waiting for some finishers to come through.
I can do child pose better than anybody.
Fantastic. So great. Okay, listen, we got questions. Sahel Shazad wants to know when we will get tag. I think that means bibs.
Bibs will be on we'll call tag bibs. Bibs will be on Saturday at the expo when you come to pick up that's really why you're coming to the expo, to come and get your bib. And we'll have, 30 or 40 vendors there. I would encourage everybody to support them. Some of the, we got a lot of cool vendors that come in, and they've got a lot of cool stuff going on there.
Yeah. So,
and I'm gonna call it out because I gotta give props out to Al again. We have created and people will have to come see it. We've created a pretty cool, probably the coolest finish line decal I've ever seen. I showed it to you, right?
Yeah.
And Al had a great idea. We've taken the word finish out of it, and we've made it white, and we've printed a 12-foot banner that we're going to have at Packet Pickup that people will be able to sign and get their picture taken in front of it and post it on social media or save it as a keepsake and stuff. So
nice.
Al and my friend Pete are working on something to hang this 12-foot sign on now. Al came up with the idea and gave himself more work. So fortunately, it wasn't me.
I have no doubt you'll figure it out. Now, Expo starts at 9 on Saturday. When does it close?
Expo closes at 6. If there are people who cannot get here by 6 o'clock, there is a race day packet pickup. It is from 5:45 or 5:30 to 6:15 because the race starts at 6:30, not 6 on Sunday. And ID is required to pick up your packets. If somebody is running with a friend and they provide the ID, we will be a little lax at this point and give them the packets. We will not give out packets without ID.
Okay. And then Sahel wants to know if you will be mailing bibs.
No, there will be no mail of bibs. Everything's got to be picked up.
Okay.
You got to be there to run, so.
That's right. Show on up, get your bib, and you'll get your tumbler, and then you can take it back in your car or to your hotel room. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So for the half and full, you definitely pick up your tumbler with your bib. The 5K, we're still debating that. Now,
cool. I gotta say, this is the half. They're awfully cool tumblers. I keep all this stuff around my condo. I got no room for anything else. I also have, for the first finisher, I have the brake tapes that arrived today.
Nice.
It's getting real.
It's very exciting. I like all this stuff. Now, I hear there's a pasta dinner in the Hyatt Ballroom.
You hear correctly. The pasta dinner, which used to be at the convention center, again, because of construction, we've moved it to the Hyatt. If anybody hasn't heard, the Hyatt is back open again, is our hotel, our host hotel. And that's where the pasta party will be from 3:30 to 6. There's a pasta party. How do we get info? You can go thebuffalomarathon.org and click on the registration link, and you can buy tickets to the pasta party. And guess who's going to be speaking?
That's right.
Rudy.
5 o'clock, I will be doing the pasta party keynote.
You just let that go right by, didn't you?
No, I wasn't going to let it go. I was just waiting for you to talk about the less exciting stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Such as pasta.
Yes, Fitz is going to be speaking. We're not sure on what, but she begged and pleaded for me to let her speak at the pasta party. So I'm sure she'll be great. So Saturday is bib pickup. Yes, Saturday and Sunday morning if you can't make it.
That's right. And
before the fireworks go off.
Hey, I'm going to be self-involved for a moment. After my keynote, I will be signing books. If anyone wants a book, hardcover, soft cover, the most exciting 300 pages on earth. Right, Greg?
I can attest it was a great read, and I will go back. And anybody who is watching this for the first time that doesn't know, Fitz is a breast cancer survivor. As of, well, actually, the date's coming up when you ended chemo and stuff on my calendar. Like May 11th or something, or May 11th. I have all your dates in my calendar, but I mean, 2019, she showed up at the race and she looked like a cue ball. So look at her now.
That's right. That was a rough weekend. I was hospitalized immediately after Buffalo. I should have actually been hospitalized right after the marathon, but I made it home, and it was all worth it. You know, it was worth it.
Nobody, and as you know, Fitz is one of my best friends, but as her boss on race weekend, I never knew she was sick. She never missed a beat. And here she was undergoing chemo 2 or 3 months out. She had started. It's a great story, the way she writes her book, because it's chronological from the time she was diagnosed, you know, through all her races, through Buffalo and everything she experienced. It means a lot to me because she's such a good friend, but it is a good story.
Well, thank you. And I think it's fun and funny. I mean, there's of course some downs with cancer. I can't deny that, but because of races and running, and especially Buffalo, there's so many wonderful highs in there and so many silly moments that took place because of all the silly stuff we were into. So anyways, I'm looking forward to speaking at the pasta party. Folks, Al wants to know, can they buy pasta dinner tickets at the door or expo?
No, got to buy them online.
Okay.
Got to buy them online. And, you know, people say why, whatever. I mean, I can give you the why. There's always a reason, right? It's not we're trying to make people's lives difficult. When I took over the race 7 years ago, one of the things I did was stop accepting cash, race day registrations. We do everything via credit card. I don't want any of my staff, anybody handling money or anything. We want all of that taken care of on the front end. It's very easy. If you're going to go to the pasta party, you're pretty sure you know now it's $25. It's not a lot.
That's a good deal.
It's going to be a good meal, and you're going to get to see Fitz talk.
That's right.
I might even show up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we always have a fun time. You know what? Rudy and I did the pasta party at Big Sur a couple weeks ago, and it just was so great. And, you know, it's the easy choice because you got that pre-race meal and you're worried, what am I going to eat? And at the pasta party, they provide protein and carbohydrates and things that are gentle for your stomach and, nutritious for your body and you don't have to make choices. It's just, I do love the pasta party. So we got a quick question.
And we do it early because, you know, it starts at 3:30. You know, you don't want to eat at 8 or 9 o'clock if you're running at 6:30 in the morning. You know, I've done 3 Ironmen and multiple marathons, and everybody involved in this race, when you look at the people volunteering, my staff, my committee, I'm very fortunate to call them all friends. I mean, they've all run marathons. They've all done Ironman. I mean, they're all incredible endurance athletes. They get it. And this is their chance to give everybody an experience that says, this is what it should feel like. You know, it's tough not towing the line on race day, but after you've seen people cross the finish line, I love yell and go, and you won't let me yell go. So
no, that's my job. Sorry. Rudy and I. But you can stand on our stage and clap for everybody and wave as they run by.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fireworks will be there.
That's right. Hey, so Patrick, we will not be at Runner's Roost this year. So you got to come by the pasta dinner, and we'll have a good time, Patrick. You got to join us.
Give you, if you want, it's up to you. If you want space in the afternoon, hey, there he is. I sent him the link. Why isn't he online?
We have talked about this Junior Poohbah and his deep, gristly voice and that big, handsome
Rudy,
smile.
I emailed you the link. Get online with us. You are welcome with space. We will make you space at the expo if you want it. So
you know what?
In the afternoon, you're working in the morning, unless Rudy takes your job.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. We're too busy. It's an exhausting day, but I'll look forward to seeing everyone at the pasta party. But thank you. Thank yous. Okay, so Pat's going to be there. Rudy, join in.
Is Rudy coming on?
I don't know. I hope so. Only if he's not a loser. He likes it when I pick on him. It's one of those things. Okay.
So another question I've been asked by multiple people is the flavor of Gatorade on the course, lemon lime.
Oh, good choice.
And is there gel on the course? Yes. Cliff shots, and there will be mocha, vanilla, and raspberry. Right. As far as the cliff shots, I've had people tell me I don't like the flavors. I always respond with, they're only an ounce, carry your own. This comes from, and it's not because I'm mean. I mean, I've done Ironman. I've had to carry all my own nutrition, right?
Right. You can't.
These are small as opposed to carrying like frozen Milky Way bars and stuff. So, which my friend Jeff Tracy will attest to. So so there will be 8 on the course. The other thing we have is I have another good friend who has worked really hard. When you go to our map page on an interactive map, you can actually cruise around the course. It has a 3D view, and it also has a lot of the highlights people will be running by in Buffalo with a picture and a description, and I highly recommend it because there's a lot of stuff in Buffalo that people just are not aware of. Yeah,
the bunch of very cool landmarks they'll get to run by. And also, you mentioned Gatorade, so I would just like to bring to your attention the creators of Gatorade. This is why Gatorade exists, folks. Okay.
We just drafted a Gator for the Bills, so you have to be a Bills fan now.
I got my jersey. I'm total Bills fan. Hey, it's all about the Buffalo Nation, right? And here he is. Look, we're interrupting his leisure time.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Could you at least have stood up?
Well, see, that's why I didn't go on. I had the wrong shirt on. I'm all mussed up. You guys are looking all good, talking about a great race. Can't wait.
Well, we'll let you slide with that shirt, but the rule is you have to wear Buffalo Marathon swag at Doug's race next year.
We'll talk about that.
Just the jersey. Just wear the jersey.
Oh, the jersey. Awesome. Oh, yeah. I could probably get away with that. We have another big fan right here. Excuse me. Sit.
Oh, boy.
That's
Riley.
How long have you been dating her?
How long? What?
Have you been dating your dog, Riley?
Riley's been around for 9 years.
And Riley's a boy.
He's a good boy.
No judgment.
That's right.
Well, it sounds like all the plans are in play and everything's going really well. I was just hearing about the pasta dinner, and of course, Fitz speaking. She's an amazing speaker. That'll be fantastic. I'll make sure to keep my mouth full so I don't have anything to say. And I absolutely look forward to being in Buffalo. It's going to be amazing.
Well, we as a race are I consider myself fortunate to call you both friends, but I think as a race, we're very fortunate to have you both as announcers. And if any of the other race directors are listening to this, understand I now have these two under contract for 3 years.
Right.
So I think everybody else needs to start stepping up and putting you under contract, because you're an invaluable resource, and you really make the day for all the athletes.
Well, thank you. We love what we do, and we love all the athletes. And Fitz will Fitz will hug at least 1,000, dance with at least 100. That's minimum standard for her. And I'll do my best to keep her in line, and that'll go by the wayside within 5 minutes.
Hey, Rudy, what do you think if we have her run the 5K this year while you do the announcing?
That would be fine by me if she
You
wants.
run the 5K.
I have. It's wonderful. Yeah, it's great 5K. Is it?
Now, there's an idea.
There?
I would not leave my runners.
Yeah, you gotta. Let's see you put that together, Greg. Let's.
She'll be the only person who runs the 5K and only does 1K.
No.
Yeah, perhaps.
This
Take a lap around the block.
This is a woman who won't take a 3-minute break for anything other than a bathroom break, and that pains her because she's afraid that one runner will come in that she will miss coming into the finish line. No.
Well, you guys are pros, and you make everybody feel special. And and you look at race announcers and you go back. That's the thing about Mike Riley and Ironman, right? He makes everybody feel special at every Ironman, and you guys bring that to every race you do. So I can't thank you enough.
Well, thank you very much. I'm anxious. Well, I'm anxious to hear Mike this weekend, but Fitz and I are both working, so we won't hear him. But
that's right.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see the big change in the Ironman World Championships. See how that all rolls out. The shift from the 1-year shift from Kona to St. George. I'm sure it'll be a great show and it'll be amazing competition. But yeah, you know, Greg, you guys are so runner centric, you know, and we work for some really, really fine race announcers, and you know, and I love the swag this year. I love the coolers. What's the best thing to call those? The tumblers. That's so fantastic. You know, really and truly, like I think I heard you say something about the shirts. Yeah, shirt's nice and everything, but man, I can use that tumbler every day.
Okay, so you're going to be carrying this at Big Sur next year.
I will carry that. I will. I think Big Sur actually had those in official merch, but I will carry. You and I are going to have to come to some kind of agreement as to all the stuff I'm going to walk through Big Sur with.
Okay, listen.
You read the fine print in your contract.
Listen, first of all, these poor viewers are subjected to our private nonsense here, but we have been branding Buffalo at all of our races for years because of our backpacks. We walk around with Buffalo Marathon backpacks. You're the only smarty pants that has put us in your...
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Got that right. I just gave Rich one, and he's on his way to Texas. Our race director, as we talk about this, our race director, our operations director, and one of my best friends, Rich, who everybody should thank, even though he looks mean on race day. He's a science teacher and a STEM teacher. He's taking, I don't know if it's 13 or 15 or 17 students to Texas to the World Championship, robotic championships.
Oh, wow.
In the next week. And he has driven this program, and his kids just excel, and I couldn't be happier for him. I hope he comes back from Texas alive because he's going next week. But he's going with the kids and their parents, and it should be good. I mean, I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Awesome.
All right, listen, gentlemen, I have to pull you back on track because apparently we have a race on Sunday. We have multiple things going on Sunday people want to hear about.
Yes, we do.
Kickoff for all the races. Everyone who's running will start at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday, correct?
6:30, not 6 a.m. We changed the time in June last year for the heat, and because we were 4 weeks later. We are going back to our traditional time of 6:30.
I implore everyone who's running, listen, do not show up. Do not park your car at 6 a.m. This is the opportunity for you to be a part of something special. We all know you can walk out your door and go for a 13.1 or 26.2 mile any day of the year for free, all by yourself. This is the time for you to come be part of us, part of our herd, and our herd is spectacular. So get involved, come out to the start line. Rudy and I will be saying all sorts of fun things, playing all sorts of fun music, and you guys will have the opportunity to interact with thousands of the coolest people in New York / the country at that moment. So don't miss that. Don't miss that opportunity.
And you know, as we look at it, and Rich adds more security to the race, all the porta potties will be in Niagara Square, and only runners will be allowed to enter Niagara Square. You will need your bib to get in. So, yeah, so plan early, get there. It's not unusual for the first runner to try to get in the corral at around 5 a.m. before we've even got the barricades down, but because they're so excited. But it's a good time, and it's not worth showing up in the last 5 minutes.
No.
You got to experience Rudy and Fitz.
That's right. Hey, guys.
Oh, wait, I got that wrong. You got to experience Fitz and Rudy.
Rudy, right. Well, my dog just ran away. I love you guys, and I want to listen to the rest of the show. So we'll talk soon.
Bye,
Peace out, buddy.
Noisy
I'll see you soon.
Man. Yeah, we want to get everyone to join us. So don't miss out. There's always that guy, you know, or those 7 people where we all go and then thousands of people cross the start line. And then there's some dude like running and trying to put his bib on his shirt. And I just think, where were you? How come you're the only one who didn't know to get here early and park your car and come out? So don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. We have a lot of fun on race morning. We do have gear check at the half and full. Tell people where gear check is.
There's no gear check for the half and full.
What?
No gear check. No room at the end. We didn't do it last year. It was fine. Everybody's got a car. There is no gear check on race morning.
Okay. All right.
It's in the guide.
Sorry. I'm channeling
Not
my
making me look bad, Fitz.
my Fargo. Sorry. Hey, speaking of funny accents, Helen Bocalo from Canada. Helen, I hope you come to Buffalo Marathon. It's been far too long and we miss you. Please bring along the sexy Canadian. We miss him too.
He has to come out. He has to come out of Florida to come to Buffalo. He has been in Florida for the last 8 months. So he's going to be one tan dude, but I think he's going to be there.
Yeah, he's going to wear very, very short shorts and a loose tank top.
Yes.
I'm guessing. And then he's going to pose like
The sexy Canadian is there for everybody.
He's so great. Yep. He makes everybody happy. Okay. Let's see. Anne's coming from Canada with no car. Not everyone has a car. All right. Well, there's going to be a place for your stuff, Anne. We're going to figure that out.
Got a hotel room downtown?
Yeah, in your hotel room. That's right. Put it in your hotel room.
Local Kiwanis clubs. Hopefully Peggy is if you can email volunteer@buffalomarathon.org, it would be greatly appreciated, and she will follow up on that. Peggy is all over this stuff. We are scrambling for volunteers right now to make sure everybody is covered.
That's right. And Kim is a superstar of all of this volunteer organization stuff. She's really in the know. So I bet she can bring some folks. They are letting it, and that's right. You can escape Canada, escape America, either direction. That's great.
He's posting pictures from Florida. What do you mean he's in Canada?
Maybe they're just fond memories. Brando, do I interact with the volunteers? You bet your booty I do. I love it when the volunteers dance with me. I like to have hugs from the volunteers. Of course, will interact with me back. That's my so we've talked about the race. We've talked about the Gatorade and the
post-race party. So this year, once again, at the finish, they will get grab-and-go boxes that will be stuffed to the gills like we did last year. But the difference is there will be a post-race party in the convention center. So people should bring their food. We're giving them the food at the finish line. There will be some food at the post-race party, but not like in years past, because that was all the food. This year, the majority of the food is going to be at the finish line. So, but there will be Mile 27 beer, our own beer. Excelsior, our sponsor, will have a stretch zone up there with physical therapists for anybody who needs it. We have the School of Massage that's going to have a massage tent at the finish line. So there's a lot of opportunity to do things after the race and still hang around and watch. We'll be streaming the finish line upstairs at the convention center. So people can watch if they're looking for one of their friends to come while they want to drink beer.
Can they walk out? Can they walk outside the convention center with their beer?
I don't honestly know the answer to that, so I'm not going to say yes or no.
It's like tax deductible.
I don't know what happens if their beer's in their tumbler, right? I just don't know.
That is a really good point, Greg. Nobody would know what would happen.
I have no comment.
That's fair. Hey, just a sidebar on the beer. So many races, people will bring me a beer from our beer sponsor while I'm working. And I just think, you don't want me any more than this. Don't give me beer while I'm working. But quite a few times I've left the stage and gone upstairs and the beer's fantastic. There's usually a couple of little plastic cups left over for yours truly. And it's a special experience. So I encourage everybody to take advantage of it if you drink.
Yep. I mean, Flying Bison makes the beer. They do a great job. So it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to cover tonight, Greg?
The last thing is we're going to have Gatorade on the course, but we, again, go back to the guide. We're going to use, the Gators. We're going to use UP2U for recovery drinks at the finish line. They came in as a sponsor and have been a big proponent. They're going to have their team there. We have water from Falling Rain, it's Falling Rain. It's called Aqua. It's infused water. They're 20-ounce bottles. It'll have potassium and sodium in it. No flavor, no sugar, no additives. So, we're adding a couple of little things like that at the finish line and the post-race party. So we're 25 days away, right? It'll be Saturday night in 24 days. So 3 weeks and 3 days, right? It's going to be race day. We're thrilled to come back. We're thrilled to kick off summer in Buffalo. I'm thrilled to see you again. It's a lot of work. People don't realize how much work is involved in this, especially from COVID. Everybody has been working really hard just to keep the organization afloat, and we're back. So
we're back. All right, let's see. Peggy sums it up. Let's rock the Buffalo Marathon weekend. Love it. Super excited, Greg. Thank you for all of your hard work. I know you kill yourself to make this thing great.
You know it, and I say to the runners all the time, it's just not me. It's every race director, every volunteer across the country that works to put these things on. Yeah. Some of them are for profit. We are not. We're not for profit. We make the difference in the community. We give the money back. And I can tell you from my experience, my committee works year round to get this thing off the ground and make it happen. They will start working the month after the finish line comes down while we clean things up. We don't stop. So come out, enjoy yourself. The race is closed except for community slots. People can still register for $25 and raise $500, which is not a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a spot, we are currently at $87,000 for Kaleida. So that number just keeps going up. So your money's going to a good cause. I mean, everybody's pulling on the same rope here. We're all in this together.
Well, I appreciate your effort. We all do. And we're all looking forward to it. Ann Galco, can't wait. Traveling 3,000 miles to run in her hometown. Worth it.
And we promise you a good time.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, it's a fantastic time. And that's actually where I was going to end, is that you've seen some faces here today. Rudy and I, Greg, we would love to meet all of you. When Rudy and I meet you, that allows us to personalize your welcome and your send off at the start and finish line. So we actually want to know as many of you as possible. I'm a little bit of a hug junkie, so it's nice to get to know you guys. You can reach out. I'm Fitzness on Instagram and social media. If you want to say hi in advance, please introduce yourself. I think followers are very nice, but I'd much rather have friends. So let me know.
If people want to approach me, don't hesitate. If I'm talking to somebody, wait, I'll make time for everybody. I don't promise I will remember your name. I'm terrible with names. And, I tell people often, this is a party for 7,000 of my closest friends. So that's what we're going to have. It's going to be a party in Buffalo. Let it rock.
I love it. All right, Kim, 83. I love it. She's unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Greg, I love you. Thanks for being the BFF.
You are the best. All my best. I love you too. I can't thank you enough for everything you do for our event.
No, it's just such a privilege. And hey, as we kick off, I'm gonna leave with this Buffalo Marathon rap show we made last year. You ready? You ready to say goodbye?
Say bye.
Bye.